Ask you, man, I seen the interview with Gilly the Kid, and I wanted to ask you, man, he said that you guys tried to sign him, but he didn't really like the deal. From your perspective, what happened with that situation?
I don't really remember so much. I just remember that Jay wasn't with it or something happened. I don't know. But again, homie is definitely was like, I'm definitely gonna make it hard for him. That was true. But he was down with the not major down, I don't want to say it wrong, but there was a whole team of them. It was like Gilly, the Dutchman. Like the Dutchman and Gilly were like the standouts in that crew, from what I remember. And that was Freeway was there. But from what I was told, they just got everyone together. I thought everyone knew each other. And I don't know. I don't really remember. And then I remember Beans had a situation with Gilly that wasn't too complimentary for Gilly. So no disrespect, Gilly, but I just remember, and you could talk about it if you feel like it. I won't, or Beans could talk about it. But I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember. That was Roller was my man. He died with the syrup, and he was a strong dude. And my other man. So it was like, we became friends, and I don't know if he wants me to say his name, so I'm not. But it was Roller because he keeps a low profile, and my other man. And again, we became family. We really did. We really did, bro. Sadiq, that was his name. Sadiq. Oh shit, I just said it. But yeah, Sadiq and Roller, man. Like to me, Roller was so thorough, such a funny guy, so tough. He was like a Daniel. Like he was hilarious. I loved the father that he was, and his son just passed. When he passed, I actually, I was going to Beans' trial, Roller, and I saw his son out there, and I didn't like the way he was living. So we were on a tour. I just took him back with me, and he lived with me for a couple months with Boogie. You know, like he was such a good dad to that kid, man. And he used to go to his basketball, and he was so strong, and the syrup killed him. It was crazy to me, and that's why I would be like telling you got to watch that syrup. It kicks the strong ones. I remember, the crew that was around ASAP, um, Yams, and I'm not gonna say who it was, but there were people that were close to me, and I'm like, yo, y'all, your syrup shit, it's gonna be your strongest dude that's gonna die, that's gonna teach you. And the next week, Yams died, and I remember running into ASAP Rocky and him being like, I'm mad at your peoples, not mad, but he had to speak to him because they were with him, and it was like I just had this conversation with them, man. They just no one listens. They always got to learn the hard way, you know. I remember one time, and again, for some reason, questioning my word, but Harlem is we respect the brotherhood of Harlem. So Smoke Dizza called me one day. I think it was Smoke. He was like, "Yo, ASAP Rocky's down here. Murder Mook is down here," and I hadn't met Murder Mook yet. And he's at the fish store. Um, Come down here, some Harlem shit. I was like, "Yeah, definitely." So I went down there, and Cam pulled up. And you could ask Rocky about this shit, but like Cam wouldn't talk to him. And I didn't understand why. I was like, why won't you talk to him, bro? Like that's like you supposed to, they would be perfect. He wouldn't talk to him. He might have said, what's up? He just acted real funny with him, like, I'm good. I didn't understand it. You know what I mean? It's like, why is it that Harlem don't want to see other Harlem? Because to me, ASAP took over the whole Cam shit, like, the fly shit, but he took it to another level. The level that I thought Cam would have taken it to is where ASAP went with it. Because, we have a certain style and a certain swag. And, again, I never dressed like Cam, ever. But for his demographic, people were really impressed with them. And ASAP, I never dressed like ASAP. I mean, now I wear suits. I've been wearing suits. I see him wearing suits. And I'm like, yeah, that's some Harlem shit to grow up. And I hear him talking about the same way I talk about my suits. You don't know how much these cost. You don't understand it. I went to Savile to learn how to make suits. That's in London. I got trained how to make a suit. So I like what ASAP's doing. Has a family, leveraging the moment, doing his fashion, not dependent on music. And I just thought, like, why wouldn't we all click up? Can you imagine the ASAP crew, but then they're beefing? I'm like, I wish this shit didn't keep happening in Harlem. You know, I wish him and ASAP Bar, I wish they could get it together. That's crazy to me. Together we are so fly.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam.